seal it in the pocket. And Houston, I have the contingency sample collected. I'll be proceeding out here to bring down the camera on the elevator. And I'm walking forward so that I can see where I'm going all the time, keeping an eye for holes, small craters, or rocks in front of me. Okay, you all set up there? That's right. Coming down. And I'm going to move sideways here to move the straps over the handrail, and I have to keep an eye where I'm going out to the side here. And I can move in. I'm going to attach my own tether to the camera before I unlock it, before disconnecting it from the LEC. Now I'll mount the camera on my RCU. And LEC is stowed. I'm ready for you to come down. I'm going to get in a position at this point to photograph him coming down the ladder. Okay, and while he's preparing to come down, I'm going to take a couple pictures of the LEM, the descent engine, the foot pads, mesa, and several pictures of the local area. Unfortunately, I've made several footprints over the area where I took the contingency sample, but I think I still pick out the spot where that was taken.
In the process of coming down the ladder, I would be assessing the capability for re-ingress and evaluating just how difficult a task that might be.
I've got it. How do you read me?
Read you loud and clear. How do you read me?
Loud and clear.
At the base of the ladder, I'd be making an initial EVA familiarization, checking the reach down to the right and on up, comparing with what we've seen in simulation. Doing it initially while holding on, first with one hand and then with the other. And I'd be doing the same thing without bending on. Checking the reach off to the side, how much balance the person has when the point of stability begins to be reached, both in leaning forward and in leaning backward. Evaluating the effects of the inertia of the large backpack with the surface of rather poor traction.
And Houston, I'm about to move the TV off the mesa. Okay, can you help me with pulling out the cord now?
Right. I'll check the temperature on that.
Roger, the temperature is reading cold. TV camera is indicating cold.
The strap here allows me to move the face up and down depending on the exact level that the LEM is standing on the surface. Got the table erected and the solar wind is off the mesa. Houston, at the LMP, we've got the solar wind deployed.
Get the stereo clear, bud.
And it seemed to penetrate into the surface rather easily up to a depth of about 6 or 8 inches. It looked like it probably would have gone considerably further. However, the bottom of the gate probably would have been touching the surface. Now, at this point, without the camera here, I'd like to get photographs of the penetration to the surface, just how far they sink in, looking basically at preliminary soil mechanics evaluation. What sort of adhesive properties the immediate surface material has, how much it tends to adhere to any other pellets they get in contact with. I'd be looking at any scattering, spreading of dust material, taking various pictures of this. Of course, the photographic effort does require knowing what these settings would be beforehand and changing the settings appropriately before taking the picture.
I have the number 1 SRC unpacked and the scale up. Everything seems to be in good shape. Ready to start on the bulk sample collection.
Taking a panorama, we do have to make settings as we move around. We're taking 12 pictures to complete the panorama with the field of view that we have in the camera. And as we make setting changes from directly down sun to cross sun, instead of making the setting changes, we have the option of skipping that particular photograph and going on to the next one and then coming back to take this down sun picture.
In the bulk sample area over here, actually I have a range to select from about 15 feet from the spacecraft. Here in the simulation area, we'll only be taking it from the one box that has the low density material in that's similar to that we would expect out of the regular.
Next task that I'd have is to move over into the Quad 1 region, make a initial inspection of the LEM area. A series of photographs that are taken include one up of the ascent stage. I'll be looking at the thruster quadrant, evaluating any effective thruster impingement from Quad 1 onto the descent stage. How's the sample coming, Neil?
Just about complete. I have a full amount, 30 pounds even. It's an easy job as putting this packing in the box. Very easy job without a suit on, but with the gloves, it's very hard to get all the little corners poked in right without disturbing the seal.
It's going to be a little bit higher in the center.
High in the center. I'll be following behind Buzz here. We always stay, although we're doing different jobs frequently, we're always close enough so that one can help the other if he needs assistance or needs a visual check of whether his foot is tangled up in something, or to check and see if something on his suit or backpack is in the wrong position. Starting at the SEQ bay, I'll be taking that second panorama 120 degrees away from the one he took.
Okay, I'm pulling the feather out now from the side of the SEQ bay. I removed the thermal cover, and I'm about to pull the white tether to open up the door.
Looks to be all in good shape.
Now, for thermal reasons, later on we will want to close this door, so I'd be putting the straps over the secondary. In the event that the LEM is tipped over this way, there is a piece of Velcro up here that could be used to keep the door from swinging out and covering up the two compartments. Now, both of the experiments slide out on these booms. There are automatic deployment mechanisms. Boom hangs up in some fashion. We do have a capability of manually deploying either the passive seismic experiment or the LRQ. Now, this package that I have would be pointed generally south, being west, to send back over there. I'd orient it so that this direction is generally south. I can do a certain amount of maneuvering around after I get some of the pins out and the various retaining places unlocked.
This, the LR cube, of course, points at the Earth, and so we'll be pointing the Earth about 30 degrees off the vertical up here, and so I'm positioning myself to deploy it in the proper position.
Now, one of the problems that I've noticed in the past, if this locking lever here doesn't fold down, and occasionally it is not done that way, only one of these solar panels will deploy. That's one of the things I'd be looking for. Lean this over.
After having this experiment extended, I'm going to align the shadow of the little wire pole on the right to set up the azimuth so it'll point at the Earth.
If you look around something, it'll cut you out there.
Third, until the bubble sets the local vertical properly.
I have the same type of an instrument here, the gnomon that casts a shadow, an indicator to point where that shadow should line up, and the leveling device right in the center. Okay, I got 3.6 psi, 55%, and I'm on intermediate flow, still warm.
Right, I understand. We're reading you a little high on temperature here. No problem. Just take it easy. You're still running as the time one.
This is the core tube sample placed at the extension hand. I take it out reasonable, and then can be pushed in, then checking the source. And if it's impossible to hit it down deep enough, why not
Now, hopefully, by this time, we had already decided where our documented sample area was going to be, both as a result of observation out the window before we even started the exercise, discussion with people from MSC, in addition, things we'd learned or observed prior to this point during the exercise. But for this afternoon, we'll assume that the area that we wanted to make our small traverse in is this area immediately in front of you here.
All right, we'll assume that this general area would be the first one that we'd be interested in. We'd be putting the gnomon down, the local vertical. Neil would be taking a stereo pair, and I'd be describing the general area that this first sample is located in.